Welcome to the 30s Comedy Podcast. My name is Clint.
Uncle Marcus.
What up, Marcus?
What's going on, Clint?
What's going on? It's 8:14 at night.
We're doing a late show today.
Woo!
Well, before we start, this is episode 25.
25. Holy cow.
5 more until 30.
Man. Oh, shoot.
It's going to be a great event.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Should we start planning now?
I have some plans already.
You know what you're going to wear? What are you going to do?
I want to wear a tuxedo.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't own one. So I guess I should get started on trying to find one now. It probably takes a while to get a tuxedo.
And everyone out there, when you listen to it, you should probably wear something nice.
Yeah.
Something celebratory. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not saying get a tuxedo, but if you did.
Or at least, if you don't want to look nice, have a glass of champagne or something.
Ooh, yeah.
Something celebratory.
Go fancy.
I'm trying to figure out where it'll land in terms of the calendar.
So it's going to be before Christmas.
So this is the 21st. So that's episode 25, 26, 28, 27, 28, 29. So December 26th, the day after Christmas.
Oh, day after Christmas. It could be like a New Year's episode. Perfect.
Whoa.
So you bring champagne?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. It'll be a new...
Bring it.
Sorry. It'll be a new year and everything.
It's a new button.
Yeah. Just preface, I'm very tired and a little weird right now because again, we're recording a late show today because
it's different.
we got some scheduling issues. So we'll see how this goes.
So Marcus, why are you so tired?
I had a long day today.
Today or yesterday? Both.
Well, so last night I celebrated my 10 years of service with the Walt Disney Company. Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was actually a little more than 10 years, but it got kind of pushed around because of COVID stuff. But we got thrown a big party in the parks. Lots of free food and free booze. And I didn't drink a whole lot, but it was just, I was out late. And then I had to go into work today and then came straight here. So
yeah, because if you've ever worked at the Disney parks, resorts, you're always told about the parties. You're told about the 10-year party. And before, it sounded like it was this crazy event with all the alcohol you could drink, all the kinds of foods. You go on every ride. But then even like when I worked there, it slowly like decreased. It was like, oh, we're not at Disneyland anymore. Yeah. We're at California Adventure. And now it's like even more.
It's just kind of like, it sucks that I didn't get to get the good party, but it's fine. You know, in my particular line of work, I work with people that are older than me who've been with the company for like 25 years plus whatever. And they would always talk about it and like, yeah, it's, you know, it's like a catered event with, not catered. Well, yeah, catered, but like buffet style with like steak and like lobster and like that tier level of food, and as much booze as you want. It's like an open bar too, not just like here's 3 things you get whatever. And so like everybody that's been there for that long has stories about just being super drunk and like that's just part of it. Like nobody cares too. Like they're just like, yeah, have more booze. And then this year it's finally my turn. Mm-hmm. And that was not what we got.
Man.
It was still cool, though. The food was just like the food options that are in the park for the festival. They do like Festival of Holidays.
Oh.
Do you remember that? Like the booths?
A little bit. And
they have just specialty foods that are only around for the holidays. So that was the food that we had access to. And that was kind of cool because that stuff, it's hard to get into the parks during the festivals because it's always busy. Yeah. And that food is expensive. So it was cool to have that to eat. But I felt kind of like, okay, well, you already had this here. You didn't, you didn't try. You didn't try. And then the alcohol there was no hard liquor.
It's kind of a bummer.
It was just beer and wine. Actually, there was one specialty cocktail that they had available. And it was that and beer and wine. Mm-hmm. And the specialty cocktail was just like a vodka green apple something that was not great. Mm. I had like a few sips of it and was like, fuck this. So I just stuck with beer.
Like a poison apple martini.
It wasn't even themed. Like there was no glow cube. There was no,
Man.
special Mickey cup, nothing. It was just like in a plastic thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like 2 sips of it, and I was like, and then I
thanks.
started to drink some beers because I didn't want to drink wine.
Mm-hmm.
There was so when you first get there, they do this thing where you walk down Buena Vista Street because it's on California Adventure, and there's just a bunch of cast members out there and people dressed up that are like clapping at you. They're like, congratulations, yay! And like I knew about this beforehand. Like it's known that that's a thing. And that was the one part I was like, I don't want to. Can I just go like around the back? 'Cause I don't want to walk. It's people you don't know that are congratulating you and doing all the fucking shit.
We love you, Marcus.
You're so amazing. Thanks for selling your soul.
I know. Thanks for your 10 years of. They say service. It's service or slavery. I don't know.
Oh,
Servitude. So I got there a little late. Not that late, but like it. There was nobody else. Everybody walks in together. It's just as you walk in as you go. So if you're there right when it opens, it's just a crowd of people walking down this red carpet. I got there kind of late, so it was just me and my +1 on that carpet. So like, I don't know if they were just going extra hard because they were like, look at these. There's only 2 of them right now. We're gonna get them instead of like 50. But we walked down the carpet and it was like, and I was just like had my hands in my hoodie because I was like, just get over with.
Mm-hmm.
And like everybody I walked by like, Thank you.
Thank you. I did a lot for this.
Thank you. Because you don't want to, like, what am I going to do? Just like put my head, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So it was embarrassing, but also like it had good intentions, but it was very embarrassing. And then we went in and like that's when you go get food and drinks, and then they had the rides open too. Some of them are closed, but like the big ones are open, the ones you'd want to go on, and no wait because most people aren't going on the rides; they're just eating and drinking.
Yeah,
and it was a fun night, but just also very kind of like underwhelming based on the stories that I've heard. And like I had to go to work today, like I said earlier, and like everybody was asking about it. How was it? And I was like, that's all right. Like it wasn't what I expected.
Like they could do that every year.
That's what. Okay, so I was there with Rudy, and he said that same thing. Is like based on the scale of this party, like what it is now. Maybe in the past it could be different, but the scale of what it was last time, he was like, why don't they do this every year for us? Because it really just felt like being in the park, like when we go. Yeah. But we just didn't have to pay for anything.
Yeah, because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, and like the food, as much food as there was, I didn't eat that much because you can only eat so much food. Mm-hmm. So I had like a couple tacos, birria tacos, which actually were really good, even for like Disney theme park standards. And like we live in California, and it's like the best fucking Mexican food. These are good tacos. Yeah. And like some vegan pasta and meatballs, and that was it. And there was like 15 different food stalls. So, like, why can't they do that every year for us? It's nothing to them.
I don't know. At Warner Brothers, we had a holiday party every year. Yeah. And
so what was that
party like? It was amazing because each of the years I was there, they dressed up a different backlot set to have the party at. Uh-huh. The first year, it was on Hennessy Street, which is the old New York street. And so they dress it up like kind of extra than they would. So it feels like you're on a movie set too.
That's the one that we went on, right? We got to walk into one of the buildings. Yeah.
So like when you were there, so that's the one we were on on my birthday. Okay. Hennessy Street. And and that's where it's like the same thing where it's beer and wine, but it's like everywhere. Everywhere you turn is like another spot, and they don't, no one keeps track. And then there's food everywhere. Yeah. So you got to get all the food, you got to get all the drinks. Yeah. And then there's a bunch of photo spots too. So it's kind of similar, but like, I don't know. It was like you could like really max out at these parties. Because that first year I did karaoke inside Hennessy Street, like where the Spider-Man upside down kiss scene happens. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. And that was crazy because you hear like yourself echoing throughout all the street, and it's a really good spot for that because it's also where like they record audio for movies, right? Like they record like the Godzilla roar there, and because it's like it's all over the place.
It's like what?
And then the next year, it was on like the New York street, and you could go and do some of the stages.
Mhm.
Then another year it was Midwest Street, which is probably what they'll just keep doing because they're doing the holiday stuff now.
Okay.
And it was worth it. But then everybody would go to the place right by it, which was a Claim Jumper, but I think that place died.
I think it's still there.
I don't know, because now
think
it's like, what are they gonna do? Go to the
Smokehouse.
smoke
They're not getting
all the way
smokehouse.
around. They're not getting all those drunk fools.
Yeah.
And it is crazy because it feels like, because it's not just like a 10-year group.
Yeah.
It's like you as a tour guide group, as well as all the executive people and all the PAs and like everybody
Yeah,
who's ever like
that's
worked
cool.
there. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because then at that point you might actually see somebody, but then you're probably having such a good time that you don't notice that you're in line with like the Big Bang Theory cast.
Yeah. That's
is
pretty
fine.
cool. They
Yeah.
can go to the Whole Foods afterwards.
Yeah, and you go to Whole
That place is
Foods,
always
keep
popping.
going, get hammered.
Yeah. What kind of food do they have?
They had pretty good food, and some of them, I think the last year they had some of the, like they had a Gremlins themed restaurant in there because Gremlins filmed there,
Uh-huh.
so they had food
Oh,
there.
really?
They had and so they had like, I mean, maybe not like lobster
Yeah.
or like super
I said
nice
steak and lobster
but like,
because
yeah.
that is expensive
Yeah.
food, but also that is a big ask
Yeah.
for somebody.
But then it's like you gotta get something or you're not gonna last the whole night.
Yeah. It's funny talking about Warner Brothers. I went there for when they did the Halloween thing.
Yeah.
And I guess they only did it that one year, right?
Yeah, they didn't really make it back.
Yeah, but that was
Make the money
it was
back.
cool being on the
Yeah.
on the sets. And they turned that they made like a True Blood bar,
Yeah, the True Blood bar was cool.
Fantasia. If
Mhm.
you've ever watched True Blood, there's a bar called Fantasia where vampires do their thing. But which is they film in Long Beach. The exterior for Fantasia,
Mm,
maybe the interior too, just the exterior,
maybe.
Long Beach. But yeah, it was always cool being on Warner Brothers lot, and it felt like they really they did their homework, or like
Yeah.
they really had a lot of care and put a lot of care into their parties, because that Halloween thing was just basically a party. With
Yeah.
some mazes.
Yeah, Halloween was pretty fun. I hope
Yeah.
that they'd bring that back eventually. It was just because the tour normally is just so like you're able to do it so cheaply
Yeah,
that you're literally just paying them like 60, $70 to walk around empty spots, and then a stage that's already like set up
right.
by the studio, which pays millions to have that set, but you just get to walk right in.
Yeah,
So like for that one, they had to build so much stuff extra like that they normally don't have to do.
right.
They had to have all the scarers out there and the bands and stuff. So I could see where like at first they thought they were losing money because it's like before they put like zero effort
Right.
into everything.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't crowded when
Yeah.
I went. There was very few people there, which was also great. It made it great because there was no lines really. I like Warner Brothers. We had to
Yeah.
do one of those VIP tours.
Let's go. We'll go during the holiday season.
Oh, I got it.
'Cause I gotta go.
By Universal
see some
Studios.
people.
It's next week. They're starting their holiday shit. So I gotta do that VIP tour
Mhm.
too, because they take you into all those other places, and you get the meal
Yeah.
VIP, whatever it is. Let you know once we go.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. 'Cause
Yeah,
I didn't do that meal ever.
you didn't do the VIP Warner Brothers tour.
Well, no, because like I guess when you work there, you're kind of doing it already, but the extra part is that fine dining restaurant,
Yeah,
which would be like, ooh, real fancy.
yeah. And maybe
That'd be
we'll
worth
see
it.
some people.
Yeah, that'd be like, oh, Christopher Nolan's here.
Yeah.
And
What was the
over
name of
there-
that set that we walked onto with cats?
We were there. Oh,
like
it's
cat-
for the. I don't remember the name of it.
Some cat lady show.
I don't
I haven't
watch it.
heard anything about that show.
With Amy Farrah Fowler from Big Bang Theory.
Sure. That's
She's
the
on
name.
it. I don't see any ads for stuff like that.
No.
Do you notice that? That you'll.
Well, we don't watch network television.
Yeah. So I'll never see it because I'll never be on NBC.
No.
And even if I'm watching like soccer, which because the World Cup happens next week, so I'm gonna be all about that.
Mhm.
Especially because I'll be on the East Coast, so when the games come out, it'll be at like 7 a.m. over there,
Yeah.
but like 4 a.m. here. So that kind of suck.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't notice any shows. Even when I'm watching football, I'm like, this show really? Like they're still trying. Like how could they even go against like these shows that I'm just so like predestined to watch?
Yeah.
Like whatever, even if a Marvel show is shitty, I'm still gonna watch it. It doesn't matter like what the ad is.
Right. I think it's like middle America that watches those shows.
Yeah.
The ones that just like work 9 to 5 and they come home and just put on the TV and like, oh, this fucking like Big Bang Theory. Like you said, is
well, like that, and you really do notice it when you're at the studio and the guests come in
because it's all the foreigners.
'Cause it's all
like,
them.
Or
Yeah.
out of state people that are like
Yeah.
excited to be there for
Yeah.
that. And you're like,
Yeah, you got a
The
cart
hell?
full of people from like Wisconsin, Germany, and Brazil, and they're very into like those shows that you're like, are you kidding?
right.
Really? Big Bang Theory?
do you have tastes?
Do you have taste? Like, let's keep talking. Let's walk this way. Over here, a real movie was shot, Casablanca,
Yeah.
and they're like, get over yourselves. Here's the gift shop.
Yeah.
We're done. We're done here.
Here's the gift shop. They
Yeah.
love that shit though.
They love this
love
shit.
the gift shop.
Because there would be, when I did the tour, there'd be some stuff that you would say that's like for you,
Mhm.
where you're like, not flexing, but like kind of flexing.
Right.
Because you're like, like for my biggest flex, I did this flex yesterday because on Instagram they've been doing the post a picture, an old pic, or
Bad
bad luck, which just feels like freaking MySpace again.
Yeah.
So I posted it and I was like, you know what? Screw this. Because one, everyone else is doing like baby pictures. Boring. I'm going to do the stupid. I don't want to see you as a baby. You're a 25-year-old woman. Like, no. Is this how our baby's going to look? I don't know now. Like, what am I going to
Oh
do
my
now?
god. Your first thought is like, if we have kids, that's what it's gonna be.
This is going to be a sack of, never mind. So
sack of what?
for me, potatoes. So caramel chunks. There it is.
Welcome to the late show.
Late show.
Cheers. Hey, cheers. Sorry, go ahead.
So I did-
sack stuff.
I did my flex where I was working out at the Warner Brothers gym with Clint Eastwood behind me,
Oh right, yeah.
where he's there working
Wait,
out.
that was the photo. Is it
That was
still
my-
up there?
yeah, it should
Let's see.
be.
Keep talking.
I don't know when
I'm
I
gonna find
flexed
it
that.
though.
So I did that and it's such a great photo because he's on the mural in the background. So you see him from his $1 Million Baby pose,
Right,
and then he's there like doing legs.
and it's like he's looking at.
Yeah,
it.
he's like looking.
Did anybody notice Bill?
I asked people later, and they were like, "Oh my god."
Because
That's
I
insane.
I
Clint
didn't even
Eastwood.
notice when
Clint
I saw
Eastwood
this.
right
I said Bill Clint. I just saw you in the gym and some old guy. Because
Yeah.
you can't really. It's like
It's Clint
it's
Eastwood.
profile view.
Yeah.
But he's at that distance where you, like, if you're not looking for it, you would just be like, "Oh, it's an old guy on that thing."
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's great that his photo is up there for reference
Right.
in case people are like, "That's an old guy."
He works out just in like.
Yeah, just
Regular
regular
clothes.
clothes. He just walked in there.
We'll have to add this photo into the
Yeah,
thing so
we'll
you
add
can see
that.
it. But he's just like
He's crazy.
he's a normal
Yeah.
old man clothes.
He was
He's-
working hard,
sneakers. Sneakers.
and he probably can because the folktale is that like George Clooney wanted the gym, and all he needed was Clint Eastwood's signature.
He wanted the gym.
He wanted to have a gym on the lot
Oh, okay.
because it was when he was super big. He was doing ER
stuff.
and then all the movies he did there, all the
Batman
Ocean's
and Robin?
movies. Batman,
Oh.
Robin, yeah. Nipple
The
suit.
bangers. Yeah,
The
nipple
bangers.
suit.
So Eastwood like signed it off, and they're all good with that.
Nipples. Bat suit at nipples.
Why not? I mean, why stop at
Dude,
nipples? What else
Do
should
you
the
remember
suit
how
have?
in those movies when they did like the suit up scenes and it's just like
Oh, Batman and Robin.
Well, even in Batman Forever too. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Joel Schumacher.
Yeah.
They did the same thing, and they just like zoom
It's
in
like
on parts of their bodies,
just butt.
like ass, nips,
Fat butt.
and they do like arms and stuff
Yeah.
too. But it's
When I
like,
rewatched that recently, it's like
piece.
cock.
Yeah, yeah,
Robin.
yeah.
Image is burning my head. Damn.
Yeah, well, let's go back to the lot and fuck around.
Let's do
Get into
it.
some trouble. Talk to some of your people that still work
Yeah.
there, and let's do the VIP tour. What's filming right now that we might be able to see?
I'll
No
have to
superhero.
see. Well, they did that Taika Waititi pirate show.
Heard of that?
Our flag means
Our
death.
flag means death. I was going
Oh,
to say The
okay.
Fault in Our Stars, but that wasn't right.
That is not a Taika Waititi pirate project.
Oh, they do the Jennifer Hudson show. That's like the talk show they
Oh,
do
talk
now
show.
because Ellen's
Okay.
done.
Ellen is done.
She's done. So now Jennifer Hudson like swooped in.
Okay, it's the same show, but just her.
Like the same stage.
They're all the same. It's
It's like the same
okay,
stage.
same stage. Okay.
We'll see, yeah.
So check it out.
Yeah.
Speaking of Batman superheroes, I guess I don't know. I saw Black Panther.
Oh, speaking of Batman, you saw Black Panther. Oh.
Costumed superheroes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
So what did you think? Did you cry?
I did not cry in the movie. I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. It was. I think I liked it more than the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I liked seeing more Wakanda.
Yeah.
So
Seeing
that's-
Wakanda was awesome.
Yeah, it was cool seeing all that stuff. It was long.
It was.
Like that was the first takeaway I thought coming out of the theater was like, holy shit. And I really noticed it too because not that it like felt like a long movie, but like we're in a movie and like this movie's still going. But in that particular movie theater, I don't have any service on my phone. So my phone doesn't work. And I had been texting somebody before I went in that was like, not like time sensitive, but just like needed to keep going. And I just couldn't send anything in there. I was going to leave because I wanted to watch the movie.
Yeah.
And I thought like, holy shit, I've been in here for like 3 hours. And then the text went through when I got out of the movie and they're like, what the fuck? Like 3 hours later, it's like, oh, sorry, I was in the movies. But made me think like if a movie's gonna be more than 2 hours, like just put in like a 10-minute intermission in there because I did have to pee too while I was in there, and I thought like, well, I'm not gonna like it was one of those movies where you can't walk out of to pee real quick because you're gonna miss something, and then you can't. It's not like it's streaming, so you can't be like, I'll watch it, see what I missed when I went home. But
Intermissions, they
long
could come
movie.
back.
they could,
They should.
yeah. That's especially now if we're gonna keep doing. I don't know if it's just the movies that I've been watching. They're all at least like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
It's a long time for anything.
Yeah. Like I've got other stuff going.
Yeah.
Like
There's more life to live.
I was also like there was sometimes time sensitive stuff that I missed out on, like it's like a work stuff where I had opportunities to do something that I missed because I was in there because someone else jumped on it.
Mm.
All this has nothing to do with the movie. It's just that like you know what I'm saying? Like if we're gonna have these long movies now, if that's like the trend nowadays, have like because I bet because the Avatar is coming out, and I'm not gonna watch that, but I'm sure that's gonna be like 3 hours long too.
Oh yeah, they guarantee it's going to be like 3 hours long.
All these big budget movies where it's over $100 million budget, they're probably gonna be like 3 hours long, and just too much. Just too much. But the movie itself, it was good. I liked it. I liked the new characters, the water people.
Yeah, they're
whatever they
cool.
were called. They were cool. Everything looked great.
Namor.
Costumes were cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Namor.
Namor.
Enemies call me Namor. And
No love.
The Kur clan. Whatever. It sounds close to a different K.
Cuckoo clock.
Sounds similar to that.
It does. It's very close.
I don't know if that was intentional.
That was close. Man.
Yeah, it was cool. Everyone showed back up to do their thing. Everyone that could show up turned to do their thing.
And then anyone who couldn't, we really felt their loss.
Yeah,
Missing them.
It was nice. They I kind of. So we talked about it a little. Did we talk about it on the show, or we just talked about it before we
I think we
recorded?
did.
If whatever, we talked about how like you both watched it and we're talking about the emotional tribute, whatever it was. So when I went to go watch it, it was like, fuck, like, is this going to be like a cry fest, this movie? Because I don't want that. I don't like going to those feelings. And it wasn't. It was fine. It was very, it was like briefly hit, but just like the right amount. So we're like, we all know what happened. So like, here's the thing, you know? I did like the moment of silence kind of thing they did with the Marvel credits.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, and it was weird. It was weird, like, in the theater I saw it, and it wasn't a packed theater because I saw it like on 11 on a Wednesday, but there was enough people in there. And like, I looked around when it went on, and like, it was just like a weird feeling in there because like everyone was just silently staring at it. No one was like, no one was
talking,
being the asshole like me and looking around. But it was kind of a spooky, may not be the right word, but just kind of
eerie.
You felt it in there. And I'm glad that that's kind of like, that was it. And they didn't want to be like, drag everybody through it because you're still there to watch a movie, like a fun Marvel movie.
Yeah.
So I think like it's easy to kind of dip into that, like, this was a tragic thing that happened. So like, but also like, we understand you're here to have a good time, you know? So we're going to see like the chase scenes and like people fighting and like, you know, I thought they did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't expect, like the end with Shuri. I didn't expect her to kind of do that turn because she was like a fun kind of. She was like the humor in the first one.
Yeah,
and she wasn't really that funny in this one, which she couldn't be because like
there's no way.
Yeah, like now her whole family is dead.
They're
Spoilers: the queen dies too.
She's walking around telling people, "What are those?"
Yeah, she had what are those things? Yeah. And like at the end where she's like, I thought you'd take me to a Disneyland or a Starbucks. That was a bad accent. But like in this one, she's just like, she's somber the whole time, which makes sense for her character. But also, too, it was like, well, I actually thought Shuri was the best part of that first movie because I liked
her a lot. Yeah.
She was funny. She like brought the comedy to the movie, which of course I'm into that.
Yeah.
And then in this one, there wasn't really a whole lot of it. Like here and there was some like funny one-liners that were like, oh, okay, cool. But there wasn't really a lot of it, which was kind of sucks. But yeah, she did like the heel turn thing when she got all like not evil towards the end, but it was just like consumed by vengeance. Whatever. I was like, oh man, I wanted her to be like, and then she gets back, like she gets back on track. But yeah, it was good. It was good seeing everyone come back. They all looked great. Costumes are great.
It looks so good.
The blue, what's it called? Angel of Death or Death Angels? What were they called? Okoye and the other lady.
Oh, yeah. They had really cool suits.
Yeah. What were they called?
Death
Maiden
Angels?
of Death?
Something?
Something?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I remember.
It'll come to me. But yeah, that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
The action was good. Those are my thoughts.
Yeah, those are
That's it.
I know you don't watch the show Andor.
I do not.
The Star Wars show, Diego Luna. I really want to like it.
Why do you want to like it?
I want to like it.
How much have you seen?
Because it's a beautifully shot show, and the sets are great, and the acting's pretty good. I like Diego Luna, but it's just so drawn out and kind of boring. I'm not asking for people to like blow shit up every day and do that, but like
Star Wars, though, you have to do that.
It's like, yeah, you kind of have to do it. At a certain point, you can't just...
You only get so deep with Star Wars because there's not a lot going on there to where like, okay, we got to have a chase.
Because like Diego Luna, so in the show, he's like kind of joining the rebellion, but then he joins a group and it's like, okay, well, he's fighting with the group and he's like, I am not going to tell you what I really want. And it's like, well, that was 3 episodes that you were just fighting, not even against Imperial people. What was the point of that? But I'm also like, oh, it's cool that you get like 12 episodes.
Instead of the 8 or 9.
Yeah. But what is happening?
So how many episodes in are you?
11.
It's like...
It's
not like you didn't give it a shot.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be different if you saw the first episode and you're like, nah. You saw 11 episodes and you still don't like the show.
Yeah,
maybe it's not for you.
I don't think it's for me.
Yeah. So left.
Whoa,
like
man.
I was expecting like
Two
or
seasons.
3.
I'm already 2 seasons.
I'm just so deep. 30 episodes in.
It sounds
so
like
dry.
you do. Like you've seen almost the entire show. There's one episode left. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of more the like 2 or 3, and like I gave it a shot. It's not my thing, and then you just move on to the next. Yeah, that's a Disney Plus show.
Yep.
Yeah, their shows are kind of hit or miss. I feel like they're mostly miss. The only one I liked was WandaVision.
That was good.
Yeah,
It was fun. The first one. The
yeah,
first show they ever did.
the first one. Yeah, yeah. I don't know because that one had like So Disney Plus, they suffer from the week to week releases. It only worked for WandaVision because it was a mystery. So you wanted to be like, oh, what the fuck's gonna happen next? Every other show is totally bingeable. So it's like, especially the way TV works now, it's like I don't want to have to wait a whole week to see the next I don't want to wait like months to see how the story plays out. I got other shit to do or other shows to
that's
watch.
how I feel with Andor.
And like all the other shows that I've seen on Disney Plus are like, this doesn't need. There's no cliffhanger. There's no like what's going on here. There's no mystery. It's like it's just like a long movie, you know. And it's just like, just give me the fucking episodes and I'll watch them at my own pace instead of waiting a week to see the next one that's going to end in the same way. That's why I always fall off in those Marvel shows. I haven't finished the Winter Soldier one, but I haven't finished any of the other ones. I'll get like 3 in and like, okay. I just finished Miss Marvel. Sorry. But the rest of them, I'm just like, okay, another week. I know nothing's going to happen next week.
That's the problem with this show.
Yeah, it's the same.
Like,
it's the same Disney Plus format. Like, nothing's going to happen next week.
I'll ask our friend who does watch it. This is the thing. I asked him what happens, and even he's like, "Oh, nothing happened."
Nothing
I'm like,
happened.
"Well, what the hell was the point?"
Yeah, and then you drag it out over like 12 episodes.
Yeah.
But even the ones that are like 8, you're like, this
Come
could have just
on.
been a movie. You know,
Yeah,
and cut
that's
out
the
all
other
the
thing,
fat
too.
and make a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
And it would be, put that on Disney Plus. You don't have to do a theatrical budget release, but fuck, dude. And yeah, it sounds like that's what the case is with Andor. So I will not be watching.
I want people to watch it, but then I'm like, ugh.
No. Like, you gave it a shot. It's fine. Okay, so this has nothing to do with Disney Plus.
Good.
But, so Bert Kreischer's doing a cruise.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Loaded at Sea. I bought my ticket today.
You did?
Yeah.
How much are they?
It depends on the room you want.
Oh.
There's a bunch of different options and a bunch of different payment options. And I think it goes on sale tomorrow, but I got pre-sale access because I signed up for the thing like the day I sent you that message. So I'm going to the Bahamas next year. I would like for you to come as well.
Yeah, that'd be
Caesar,
fun.
You also are invited. If you
Oh,
wanna
yeah.
come. Yeah, whatever.
Bahamas?
I can't afford it. Whatever it is. How long is it? How long
It's
is
4 days.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a shorter cruise. I've been on a few cruises, and actually that's like the average cruise.
Yeah.
It's like one day you go like 3 different places, and the last day is just at sea.
That's cool.
But yeah, so it's going to be a cruise that has comedians on it doing stand up.
Yeah.
Like big comedians, like Bert, obviously, and then Whitney Cummings and Mark Normand, and more to be announced.
Ooh.
So I saw that ad, and I was like, yes, 100% yes. This is my thing. They mentioned they're doing live podcast episodes.
Yeah.
There's like things about getting involved. You could be a part of them. I won't be like this. And they may be like, hey, let's talk to this fucker over here who's drunk. I'll be the drunk guy they can talk to.
I'll be the fucker.
Yeah, I'll be the fucker. That threw me off. But yeah, I bought my ticket today. And it looks like a lot of fun. And your homework tonight is to look up the prices and the payment plans. Because I did a payment plan.
Oh.
And it's just you pay like a couple $100 every month for this thing. But again, I bought like a nice room. So there's like cheaper options too. But I'm excited. And
What's the week that it happens?
it's like a year from now.
October 27th through the 31st.
There we go.
Oof.
Yeah, so
You want me to tell you
11
the
months.
prices?
Yeah.
tell them
So-
the cheapest price first.
Cheapest price, $800.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh,
Go
wait.
all the way to the right. There's like single.
Oh, okay. So it's like one guest interior room is $1,400.
Okay. And think of that as a payment plan over a year.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $100 a month,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little bit more. But I believe that one's all sold out. So, but
Wow.
there's like a ton of options on there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's $1,500, the cheapest one for one person. You get different kind of rooms: interior, ocean view, porthole, obstructed ocean view window, stuff like that.
It goes on. There's like a whole
Mhm.
fucking list of them. So your homework tonight is to go onto the booking
Mm-hmm.
and see, like, decide if you want to go, and I would like you to go and see what the payment
want
plan
to,
is. Yeah,
yeah.
again, it'd be like $100 a month, $200 a month, which I don't know what your finances are, but that seems like a pretty good deal over the course of a year for
Mm-hmm.
a cruise to the Bahamas. Because I've been on other cruises before, and I went on like cheap ones and expensive ones, and this price seems pretty good, especially
Mhm.
for the level of talent that will be on
Yeah.
the ship.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
Fully
and then-
loaded at sea.
Yeah, fully
loaded
loaded
at
at sea. What was I gonna say? Yeah, and the thing is, have you ever been on a cruise?
No.
Okay, so here's
So
how
I
it
haven't.
works with cruise ships.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't pay for anything. The ship, your that price he told you is all of your food, all of your entertainment. Sometimes is like a booze credit that's applied to that, but you will be paying more than that. And also included sometimes excursions into the thing. So
Oh.
just the food alone, because food is available 24 hours a day on a cruise ship, and it's good food.
Yeah.
Cruises are a lot of fun, and this one, there's this with cruises, like you pay for what you get. So you can do one of those cheap Carnival cruises that you can pay like $200 for 3 days, and it's like, oh, I've done those, and they're fun still, but it's still like it's not great.
Yeah.
But cruises are a lot of fun. I think you'd have a good time.
Yeah. I'm so down.
You probably have to think you have to buy a plane ticket because it leaves out of Florida, so
Oh.
that's added to it too.
Oh.
You can always get cheap
That's
flights,
okay,
especially
yeah.
when you book far in advance.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have homework to go on and
Mhm.
look at the things and see if you want to go, because I would love for you to go. Otherwise, I'm
down.
going alone. So I don't really know who else would want to go on a cruise, especially like a comedian cruise.
And like if you're on a cruise with them, you'll probably run into them, right?
Yeah, dude. Like
that has to happen.
the last cruise I was on, they had like stand up, they had shows, like people did shows, and you would see them at the fucking bar. Everybody said that there's no like private.
Yeah.
Maybe this one there will be, but there's no like, oh, this is reserved. Like everybody's together on the thing, and like we'll see them walking around the ship probably, and
Yeah.
they'll be down to take pictures and maybe
Ooh.
chat. Especially Bert.
Yeah.
He'll be down to
Bert will just be like,
You love me? What do you love about me?
Oh, yeah,
Tell me everything about me that you love.
Keep telling me.
Talk about me.
Right.
So
I just did the best idea.
so my name is Marcus. Let me tell you about this one guy named Marcus who I met when I was 14. You should. I think you would like it.
Yeah.
So that's your homework tonight.
I'll work on
Look it
that.
up.
Yeah.
Also,
loaded.
I do have a little bit of a surprise that I'm telling you for the first time, something that I bought you. So in January, it's nothing crazy.
Oh, shit.
I bought you a car. No.
Whoa.
I bought tickets to go see Annie Letterman in January
Aw.
again. Back at Flappers, bitch.
Back
the
at
first
it.
time
Hell yeah.
that we met her. So get ready for that.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to that meet and greet. I'm gonna make sure she remembers me too.
She better, yeah.
I have some ideas for. I have some ideas for stuff I'm gonna get for her too.
Oh, get her.
Yeah, because remember last time I didn't get her the slug shirt, but that was like, this is a real fan.
Mm-hmm.
He does slug stuff. I've got ideas for that this time.
Oh, good.
So yes, look forward to that. January 7th, Flappers in Burbank. We will be there.
Let's do
See a
it.
show.
Let's get it.
Clint, what else do we have today?
So this week, a girl told me that she chronically gives courtesy laughs I was like, what does that mean? So like you just
say chronically gives
oral. So
it's a chronic condition.
It's a chronic. She's just like,
she
I
learned
just
it from her
can't
mom.
stop it. It's just like I'm a hot dog eating contest chick, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
jeez. But I was like, wait, what? Because in my head, I'm like, has everything I ever done that was funny in front of you been a lie?
yeah.
Has it all just been courtesy laughs?
Yeah.
What the hell? Because then she got into it and she was like, well, a lot of guys, they'll say something really stupid and I feel compelled to have to laugh at it, no matter how dumb and bullshitty it is. I'm like, well, yeah, that's those guys. Sure. What about me?
Yeah.
She's like, well, no. Like tries to pull back from it. And I'm like, this chick.
She chronically laughs after that.
She's like,
no,
I'm
that
like,
is the thing. People do that. I do it sometimes too. It's
courtesy
just like
laughs.
if someone's trying to be funny and it's not, you don't want to be like, you can be like, but I don't know. I've known people like that because you know how you know when it's a chronic. What did you just chronic laugh?
Chronic courtesy laugh. Yeah.
You know when to recognize the courtesy laugh because then once you actually make them laugh, it sounds different.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to live with somebody who took our pictures last time, who does like a chronic courtesy laugh. Yeah, he does that. But then like the times that you did get him to laugh, it was real because it'd get like giggly.
He would stop.
Get like guttural, like it'd go higher. And you're like, it's real. It was fun. That's a real one.
Here we are.
That was a real one. Yeah, lots of people do that. It's just a way of, especially a lot of women do that too. And
yeah, that's what they were saying. And I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to watch this because she's like, well, don't you do that when like an older man, like says something really awkward, and like it could be here at work, and you're stuck having to like please them because then it's like, oh well, maybe the tip won't happen if you don't.
Well, here's the thing: as someone who works in table service and has done it since I was 17, I've mastered the courtesy because you have to do it. Yeah. It's just part of the job. Like not only just jokes, but people when they try to be like social with you or interactive, and they're just not. You can't just be stone faced. You can't just write them off because they're tipping you. But also, that is kind of a rude thing to do when someone is trying to like get something out of you, where you just like give nothing back, even when it may deserve nothing. It still could be rude to do that. So I get the courtesy giggles. I mean, I don't know if like for you it was like a dating thing, but like or any kind of just like social thing when someone's trying to just be like wiggly. I don't know why I'm doing that. Just trying to be social with you, and it's hard sometimes to not do it.
It can be, but I think like with certain people who like they'll say something though, and it's a bomb every time. I'm getting pretty good at not doing it because of that. I think more probably.
Well, if you're referring to the one who bombs every time,
time,
I think I coined that. So
yeah,
I'm good at just like
next,
just ignoring it. Just like anyway, like
it flies right over.
Yeah, you had those new tacos at Disneyland. It just flies right over. Yeah, it just goes one ear not the other. No. It's just you don't even acknowledge it. Mm-hmm. That's different. That was a different situation though. It's been years.
Yeah, because
of bombing.
I mean, certain people they also do this thing where they'll say something and then instantly laugh with it because it like carries what they're saying through, even though it's not a joke.
Right.
And that kind of bugs me too.
I do that sometimes.
Where it's like, so I got my car today. Wait, hold on. Like, do it without the laugh.
Yeah.
I got my car today. Something awkward's going to come after this. I got my car back today, and there was a dent. Yeah. That just kind of sucks for you. I don't think you won that one.
Yeah, I don't know. People are weird. Mm-hmm. When it comes to socializing and like trying to please each other, it's like because when like you can be short with people and it can come across as rude instead of just like I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah, hey, I'm just not gonna go with it.
Today I was at work and I was at the bar and I was behind the bar obviously, and somebody like random came up and walked up to me and was like, "Oh, you took care of us earlier, right?" And I was like, "No." Like just flat up no. And she was just like, oh, okay, and then walked away. But as soon as I said it, I was with somebody else, and he was kind of like behind me. But I said it, and he started laughing because I was just like the blunt, like nope. And then she walked off, and I was like, I asked him like, was that rude? And he was like, well, kind of, but you didn't, like what, you know. So it was like it's one of those things where it's like, oh no, I didn't. I didn't take care of you earlier.
Because especially with that, you do the courtesy laugh to soften the blow of the
of the bluntness.
Stupidness.
Of it. Well, it wasn't even well, it is stupid because she doesn't recognize another human being. But also, it was like she could have been mistaken.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, didn't you help me out earlier?
Yeah.
Like no. But I just was a flat no. And
That was not me.
I guess hearing it back in my head, it was kind of like it was very blunt. Which, as you know, I'm great at being blunt with people. But the fact that he laughed about it was like, oh, fuck. That didn't come across as how Then she just walked away like, okay.
And that's then when laughing like keys you into something.
Right.
You're like, oh, if someone did laugh at this.
But.
Oh. Like what?
Yeah, that means like, oh, yeah.
Like what show am I playing for this guy now? Like, am I the dick who's just like deadpan? Like, no.
I am. Well, I can be. That's probably why he laughed. It's like, oh, he did his thing.
Yeah.
It almost works.
The Marcus Show.
Yeah. Oh, the Marcus Show. That'd be an interesting show.
God, it'd just be just these joyful people coming to you, and they're like, hi, Marcus. You helped us earlier last week. We really liked it. And you're like,
I did not. We're just cringe
the whole time. They're like, okay, bye. It's like the shortest little like, TikTok TV show.
Yeah. Back to Wakanda Forever.
Okay.
Okay. With the with the emotional stuff, I tried hard to not just be like.
Did you? Did you really try hard this time?
I did. That's why when I looked around, I was like, okay, I get it. I'm not gonna be the grump in here. I was all annoyed that everyone else is sad. When I wanted to watch Shuri fucking shoot shit with her.
Yeah. She didn't do that much.
She did for a second. And then they broke randomly.
Oh, yeah.
Just broke off. Oh, use my claws instead.
They're like, that's one toy. Done.
Yeah.
New
Yeah,
toy?
exactly. We got to push the shooting merch, whatever.
Now we got to do the claws.
The claw version
merch.
of her. And same with the what I said earlier, the angel suits. It's like, that's another toy.
Another toy.
It's funny when you watch these movies, you go toy. Oh, we saw that for 3 seconds. That's a toy. The Ironheart girl, her pre-suit toy, post-suit, another toy.
Yeah.
Oh, the jetpack opened up even larger on her legs to go faster. That's another toy.
Yeah, because at Warner Brothers, we talked about that with Batmobiles.
Yeah.
And the phrase is toyetic.
Toyetic.
Where they create just stuff in a movie
To be a toy.
specifically for toys. And they really like hit it hard with Batman, the very early Batman.
They did that. I remember Batman and Robin did that.
Yeah.
There was like
So
the
then
last
came.
part of the movie when they're all in like winter gear.
Yeah.
It was like
They
I
did that
remember all
one
those
real
toys.
hard.
Yeah.
Because they had a Batmobile that doesn't even fit Robin, just so that they have a Batmobile and a Robin bike and then a Batgirl bike.
Yeah. I remember. I
and
don't
all
know
the
why
different
I remember
vehicles.
those toys for Batman and
Yeah.
Robin because that was such a big thing in that movie and it fucking tanked.
That's why they did it. They were like, we need to sell all the toys.
There's all these toys. You got like different versions of the Batmobile and the Batbikes, different versions of the characters too. And it's like this is madness.
And those same
Or
people.
toyetic.
Yeah. Toyetic. So now those same people are out buying Legos that give away the plot of the movie.
Or Pops.
Pops,
Pop
yeah.
heads. Yeah. Stupid.
Buying all the toys. And then kids don't play with the toys.
Well, it's the thing with playing with toys. It's always gonna be another one. It's gonna be something new next month, week, and then they eventually get older and they like throw them away, or they don't keep them. Maybe parents keep them for sentimentality sometimes, but like
You haven't kept any of your toys?
I have no toys from when I was a kid.
I could tell.
I didn't really have toys though. I was
You're giving me. I didn't play with toys energy.
No, I played video games. That's why.
I know.
That's
what I'm saying.
Or I read books. But
like
I have a
with
lot
me-
of books from when I was a kid.
Yeah, well, it's also because I had 3 younger brothers, so every time they're at that age to do toys, like their toys would come into the mix. And so it's like, oh, well, we have all these toys now.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I played the shit out of my toys.
What does that mean, play toys?
So
you just like,
this is like
just grab them and like move them
early,
around?
like my earliest times of like writing stories were having toys and saying like Star Wars toys, for example, because we were kids during the prequels. Back then they had a toy for every character in the freaking movie. You had the toy of the person in the bar scene, and then the toy of the guy
I remember
smoking cigarettes. And so like, so I would just
story.
act out like my own movie with the toys.
Oh.
So for me, I would play with them so much that I think it's because like I had dogs. So I would play with certain toys so much that I would get really mad when my dog would then go eat them. But it's because like, I played with them a lot, and I would throw them around, and I'd have like, especially like the X-Men toys from the first movie, because Sabretooth has to fall from like a very high level every time he fights Wolverine. That was just part of my like plot points, like key plot points. They have to like break into some secret base, and then Wolverine and Sabretooth have to fight, and Sabretooth has to like get thrown down. And the last time I played with that Sabretooth, he falls down the 2 stories of stairs. He lands on the ground and he just shatters in all its pieces. All its pieces go flying, and I'm like, that was the last time.
Very poetic.
It's done. Yeah. It was like, wow, our time here is over.
Do you still have the toys?
Well, the ones that aren't broken.
Parents?
Like
You have them, or your parents have them?
Well, now my parents have them. So yeah, flying out to see them tomorrow. And they did keep a lot of them. And also because we were like the Happy Meal kind of family, or at least I was.
I think you said that before. You guys get fast food.
But it was either the Happy Meal toys, or like my other brothers would have their own kind of toys. But yeah, I would write stories and just make stuff up with those. And then we would still do video games, but the video games we would play would have to be like 2-person or 4-person.
You couldn't play by yourself?
Well, it was like what is my brother Jake gonna do? Just sit there and watch me?
He watches. That's what we did.
I don't know.
We only had one controller, so the other one had to watch the other one play, or you just take turns.
Dang.
And then like the games that I played were usually they're like narrative games, like RPGs and JRPGs and stuff. So I would it's like essentially playing a story.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 1-person experience. And then my brother wasn't really into games, so he played hockey and stuff. So I didn't have to share with anybody.
Wow.
But sometimes like he did play games with me, but you just take turns because we only had one controller most of the time. So yeah, we didn't really have a lot of the toys because I didn't really know what to do with them. Just like
you didn't know, so you didn't think like I'm gonna make like
a story. No,
an alternate movie here.
No, because I wasn't into like that kind of like the Star Wars and the like. We can do a whole episode on just like how unusual my childhood was.
Yeah, because
a lot of I'm not gonna get into it because it'd be a whole episode. But actually, this is a good place to stop because I've had a very long day. Do you have anything else we want to add for today?
I think we're good.
Good? Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving, people.
Oh yeah, I hope everyone's Thanksgiving was good. Clint, where can they find you?
Instagram, Twitter, if it's still around by the time this episode comes out.
Yeah, it might be gone tonight.
Yeah. At the Clinton_show. Like, here we are.
Uncle Marcus 2_ at Instagram.com, YouTube, everything, the 30s podcast. Email us. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys. 25.